Dads gain 4.4 pounds in the year after their first child is born. Childless men the same age lost 1.4 pounds. And that is from a study running over 20 years, covering thousands of men, and the only variable is a baby. So metabolism isn't your problem, and it isn't your age either. It's 6 specific behaviours, and I'm going to tell you each of them and tell you what a fix is. Because if you don't know what they are, the next year is going to look exactly the same, even if you try just as hard. But all 6 of them come from the same root cause, which pretty much every dad I know suffers from, and it's something I help my clients fix. But I'll show you what that is at the end. I'm Chris, 14 years in the fitness industry, dad to Bo and Poppy. I help dads build a body they're proud of that can keep up with their kids. Right, 6 behaviours. The first one won't surprise you. Your sleep went and it never came back. But I'm not talking about the 3 AM wake ups because your kid is like, Daddy! You can't control those. I'm talking about the hour you took back. Kids go down at 7, you finally got the house to you and your partner, so you sit in your bum, scrolling until 11:30, and you call that me time. But partial sleep deprivation has been shown to have you eating 385 calories extra the following day. You think it's because you got no willpower. It isn't. You're knackered, and a knackered body asks for fuel. So the fix isn't just get more sleep. That's half advice. Pick a time that your phone goes on charge in the kitchen and go to bed. Get a nice book, read in bed, have a chat to your wife and get some kip. Next one, your training drops off a cliff. You go from training 3 or 4 times a week to nothing, nada. Over 80% of studies found that parents train less than non-parents. Shocker. But the real problem isn't really time, it's the way we think about exercise. You've decided a session only counts if it lasts an hour. So when 25 minutes appear because your kids are at a party or your wife's looking after them, you look at it and think, that's not enough time. And you do nothing. But 25 minutes of working out beats an hour that you'll never do. So write a plan for the next 25-minute gap that you have, and then when that gap appears, do it. Don't think, do it. Quick one, most people who watch this aren't subscribed, so if number 3 lands, and I'm pretty sure it will, hit subscribe and you get more dad fitness tips. Number 3 is our arch nemesis. When researchers looked at new dads' diets, on paper, the diets barely changed. The calories were pretty much the same. So where were the extra ones coming from? They're coming off your kids' plates. In one survey, over 80% of parents said they'd eaten food off their kids' plates. And I'm pretty sure the other 20% of people were lying. Half a fish finger, 3 chips, some crusts or some cold pasta. When you stand at the sink at 5:30 and you knock them all back, it'll be about 400 calories, but you won't count a single one of them. So scrape the plate and either put it in the bin or put it in some Tupperware, and pick which one you do before you pick the plate up. And I know you can tell me, oh, but Chris, I hate wasting food. But that food is making you unhealthy and you have less time with your kids. Number 4, picture the scene. 9 o'clock, kids are down, you collapse on the sofa with a share bag of Maltesers. And you've earned it. You've been at work all day and on dad duty all evening. You're knackered. And that's what makes this one so hard. Food is becoming the currency that you pay yourself with. It's the one thing in the whole day that is just yours. So the fix isn't actually to stop rewarding yourself, it's to change what the reward is. Have a rule that the kitchen closes at 8. Then find one thing that isn't food. For me, it's a mint tea and 30 minutes of skateboarding videos, and enjoy it. For you, it might be reading in bed, or it might be gaming. I don't know, whatever you like. Building Lego. Number 5, and this might not apply to all dads. Most dads drink a lot less when they have kids. Do they? Or does it just change? Because quite often it doesn't go away. You've moved from the pub to the sofa, and you have 2 or 3 beers a couple of times a week to take the edge off the week. So I don't actually tell my clients not to drink. They can make that decision themselves. I recommend alcohol-free beers. But I also ask them this: is it actually worth it? Because a lot of the time it isn't. You have a few drinks, you don't sleep very well, the next morning you're rough with the kids and you feel like a rubbish dad because you snap at them more than you would. So have one rule: no drinking at home unless it's a special occasion. Number 6, and this is the sneakiest one: you move less. A lot less. And going for a walk with a toddler does not count. Unless they're strapped into a pushchair and entertained and no way of getting out, a walk with a 3-year-old is 40 minutes standing next to a drain. I don't know how they find them so interesting. But 3,000 fewer steps a day is a couple hundred calories. But it feels like nothing. But over a year, it adds up to quite a lot. So chat to your partner and make sure you've both got one walk that are just yours. No kids, 20 minutes, get out of the house, put a podcast on, listen to the birds, whatever you want to do. Get a stride on. Let me know which of the 6 applies to you. Stick them in the comments, I love reading them. Right, the root cause, which I mentioned at the very start. Every single one of these is you being at the very bottom of the family priority list. The sleep goes because everyone else's day comes first. The training goes because the standard you'd never accept for your kid is okay for you. The leftovers, the 9 o'clock share bag, the drinking, that's you taking what's left over. And you don't really see 6 problems, you only see 1. You decide that you've got no willpower or discipline and you stop trying. But you haven't got a discipline problem, you've got a priority problem. And those two things get fixed in completely different ways. You've got 168 hours in a week. If you took 5 of them for yourself, trained a bit, slept a bit more, got a walk in, do you honestly think you'd have less to give to your kids, or do you reckon you'd have more? I've built a tool that will show you where you'll be in a year if you change a few of these habits, or if you don't and you continue. Click the link below if you want to access it. It takes a minute and I bet you'll get excited about what you can change in a year. Thanks for watching.